You only look good if you look like this. You only blessed if you have this. If you're not this structure or this prototype type of image, then you're not considered acceptable. If you're not this complexion, if you're not this height, if you're not this hair length, if anything that gratifies a image towards the flesh is there to destroy you. It's going to start off as good. That's why, if you notice, the whole movement of the tattoos and everything else is fading away. All that good stuff. But when it was on top, you got people doing it on their face, their neck, their body, whatever. But before that, I mean, look how it went. Look how, wow, I can go so many different places with this, and I'm trying to stay on one pathway. But it's so many levels to both sides of light and darkness, and it's so much that's trying to come out at one time. Okay, if when the tattoos was booming and all that good stuff, it was a thing, right? It's not much of a thing when it went from that to all of a sudden, you know, body parts became a thing. You know, if this is not shaped a certain way, these are all dark forces. This is it's nothing. Whatever that you see in front of you, that's the actual maybe fact, but the fact is the shell of the truth. The truth is inside the fact. It goes past what you see. It's like somebody have a curtain and they come past the curtain and they say, "Hey, how's everybody doing? Everybody's good. I love everybody." But when they go be past the curtain, go back behind the curtain, they yelling at somebody. But the crowd that's in front of the curtain is able to hear it, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on with that commotion?" The truth, I mean, the fact is, when they came past the curtain, we heard them say that they loved us. But the truth is when it went behind the curtain, you heard them yelling at somebody in a way that it wasn't operating in love. That's the truth. So, what normally happens, the fact goes in front. That's something that we can sense. We can see that, whatever, and we get these imagines that this must be good. But that's just the shell of the truth. Because there's a reason or a force that's behind the individual who's doing what they're doing to make that fact. So the fact is like it's not really complete. The truth is all completion because it's eternal. It has no limit. The facts goes as far as that individual mind or that soul is allowed to go. The truth goes beyond. That's why I can continue to talk about this because it's the truth. It's so much to it. I can continue, pump it out, pump it out, pump it out. On one line alone about darkness and light, I can, yeah, not I, but the force that's inside of me can. Okay. Oh, see, I just went somewhere else. Okay. With that being said, if it enhances the flesh on any level, if it's the power of influence of money, if you buy this, you get this, whatever you are considered to be successful or blessed, that's serving the dark nature. If it enhances you to walk more in love, so the less you have, the more you're able to do of yourself. So instead of you giving out thousands of dollars, you're able to serve. You're able to help out with the heart. That's enhancing you towards the kingdom of light. That well never runs out. You don't have to keep doing that self same thing to continue the blessing of it. You could do it one time and the blessing runs over. But the beautiful thing about doing it one time is if it's what you're connected to, who you are, you're not going to do it one time because you love to do it. Now there's no toiling. So now the blessing does come. Now people pour into your well without you having to sweat because you love what you actually do. On the other side, if what you do is basically for the love of what you're going to get back in return, you're going to have to work and work hard. Which means if the job, I mean, if the point was to get the money, okay, the lower level is to be a janitor. So you're scrubbing floors, all right? You're happy at first because you're getting something that you don't have, which is the money, which is going to give you the image to be able to do things that you weren't able to do. But at some point, you're going to want to do more, right? You're going to want to do more, so that means you're going to have to scrub more floors. Or you're going to get another job with another position, whatever it takes to get that other position, to make more money so you can do more. Now you're talking about sweating, more sweat, more sweat, more sweat. That's the kingdom of darkness. The kingdom of light works in a different system. If you're seated inside love, you don't stop at one. Okay. So like if your assignment and you're seated in love and God give you this assignment to, pick up trash through your neighborhood. I say that's your assignment. You pick up trash one day. If you're seated inside love, that one day is not going to be enough, because God is able to talk to you and say, let's do it again. And you're not going to be, I don't feel like it, because you're seated in love. You're not based upon the flesh, which is basically upon the feelings, the senses, whatever. That's death related. There is no peace. It's torment. There is no joy. There is no hope. There's none of that inside the flesh. That's why God don't want us to have a conscious mind to be adapted to it, because there's nothing that good comes from it that he can bless. All right? So God told you to do it one time. Whatever you did it. We don't know what's going on in the truth realm, but the fact is we went out there and picked up the trash. So we don't know what God had already operated the moment that you did that here comes this wave of blessing that's going to run you down, knock you over, that whatever that you do, it always prospers. Now, okay, let's make a scale of choice. On one hand and the left hand and the right hand. On the left hand, you have $1 trillion, right? On the left hand, you have $1 trillion. On the right hand, you don't have anything in it. You don't have no money. The $1 trillion, you know instantly what you can do with $1 trillion. That's why we hoot and holler when somebody's saying God wants you to have money, or when we get money, whatever. You can have all that, because we saw the power of what money can do, right? It stops at love, though. You can't buy love. That lets you know how evil it can be. Anyway, okay. But on the right hand, you got nothing inside this right hand except this. Whatever that you say of good, it comes back to you 100-fold. So Satan offers you $1 trillion. Jesus saying, I'm offering you my spirit, that you tell a person that's dead to raise up, and they raise up. Or instead of you using money to buy something, you tell whatever that you're looking for to come to you without money. Now that's when we said that's crazy. That's not even a mag. That's how powerful the forces of darkness is. And it goes to an influence of something that's projecting it, that's putting it out there. And it draws, it's like a pulling, it's a magnet that pulls you into this pit that you can't even imagine how you originally were designed to be. All right, my people of faith, you are the blessed. Let's be the blessed. Let's keep walking. All right.